What is up, everybody? Welcome back, Dudes Who Bet Daily. We're really testing my clicking abilities there, trying to get 5 people in 5 seconds, but we were successful here. We are prepping for Super Bowl already, only 2 days away. We're going to talk a lot about that over the next couple days, as well as hit on all the games and actions from each day. Got a special guest here today. If you notice right down below me, Jared's beard joining us. So it's great to have the beard in the house. Jared, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I was talking to Halterman earlier, and we were talking about the game, and he said, make sure you watch the show because I got a really good bet, and I was like, dude, I'm just gonna come on. I mean, it is my site, right? I am allowed back on when I want. Although I think Halterman about fell over when I said I would come on the show. I mean, I won't be here for the whole time, but if you're talking Super Bowl, I was like, I gotta jump on because you're not gonna get me on Sunday. I'm going to be way too nervous on Sunday. So
yeah, Jared on Dudes Who Bet Daily is about plus 10,000 every single day. One of the longest props you could possibly cash has already cashed today. All right, with that, let's jump right into it. Super Bowl prop you've already bet. So let's talk a little bit about the prop market here on the Super Bowls. Man, we're all pretty small when I pull that up. I'll have to figure that out. We'll start out with you, Aaron. You wanted to tease this one. You had a big bet for Jared for the Super Bowl. What do you got here?
Papa Dude and I talked about 100 props yesterday on the show. So if you want to go check that out, you can. But I have one I love. I think combined touchdown and field goal scoring yardage over for Kansas City. Over 97.5 for Kansas City. So what that means is, 40-yard field goal, you get 40 yards for that. 50-yard touchdown pass, you get 50 yards for that. So I think they're going over 97.5 for the combined TD and field goal scoring yardage. I like that a lot for Kansas City.
I think there's a lot of interesting yardage props this game. I like the over there for Kansas City. I think if you're betting longest field goal, don't you have to bet Kansas City versus Philadelphia? They're minus 110 both sides. Which team will kick a longer field goal? Andy Reid is much more likely to kick a long field goal than Sirianni is. He is going to go for it when it's, 4th and 2, 4th and 3 from the mid-30s, where Andy Reid will 100% take those 3 points. Because of that, I think you've got to favor Kansas City there, right, Aaron?
That's why I didn't do so you can play a total, 198.5 total for both teams. But I thought, you know what? I've watched the Chiefs a lot. They kick a lot of 40 and 45-yard field goals. Think about it. 2 40-yard field goals, this is a slam dunk to cash. So I love the Chiefs 97.5, and I'm with you, Somich. I think they are the team that are going to definitely kick more field goals in this game, unless it's just a weird situational thing. And that happens sometimes with bets like this. But overall, if you've watched the Chiefs all year, and Jared, you can contest to this, they kick a lot of longer field goals.
They do, yeah. In fact, we set the record twice this year. Once with not our actual kicker, Butker, and then once with Butker after a return. Twice it happened. We kick long field goals. And I also, to your point, I could see the Eagles having those longer drives that get more into the red zone. Maybe they stall out, whatever, we'll see. But I could see the Chiefs taking those points when they get them, when they can get them. And Butker obviously has gotten back hot, I guess, as of late.
You also have longest touchdown in the game. Anywhere, depending on where you're shopping, it's high 30s or low 40-yard touchdown. I kind of like the under there as well. The Chiefs, not a big play team this year, even though they have Mahomes. You don't see a bunch of 45-yard touchdowns. And Jalen Hurts' shoulder being injured makes it a lot less likely you're going to see a long Eagles touchdown. So I kind of like the under on the touchdown props there. So the field goals there will help Aaron's yardage. Papa Dude, give us a Super Bowl prop you've already bet.
All right, this is a gimme. And we're getting minus 120. This is a gimme.
Can't wait.
What will be the first thing mentioned by the Super Bowl MVP as he gets his trophy? This is a cinch.
Okay, what do you got?
I want to thank my teammates. That's a cinch.
I like it.
You say that.
No,
Jared, what did Mahomes say first in his interview after winning the AFC title game?
God.
Oh.
Mahomes is a God guy.
I think God is dangerous, buddy.
I don't think so. I think he's going to think his teammates he did when he won the Super Bowl MVP a couple of years ago. I think he's going to say, I couldn't have done this without my teammates.
I love it.
which makes me
God and
sick when they
teammates.
say
Those are
that.
the clear A and B, 1A and 1B here. So if you can get God and teammates versus
Well, okay, God is on there at plus 370.
so
Really?
You want to go there?
Mahomes is the God dude.
The city and the fans are second at plus 325. I don't think
I don't
he's
like
going to
that.
say
That's
that.
not gonna happen, no.
I want to thank my family. That's at plus
That's
690.
No.
I love this one.
He hates
I
his
want to thank
family.
my coaches. That's plus 1,200. And the last one is, and this is not happening, I want to thank the owner at plus 2,500.
Yeah, right.
I would love for Mahomes to get up there and say, I want to thank the owner for paying me $50 million a year. I'd love that. That would be fantastic. But
What are the odds of Kelsey butting in and screaming something completely out of control? That's got to be minus 400.
Yeah.
The only way that it happens is if Kelsey wins the MVP and he calls out Gracie Hunt. That's how you cash that family bet, and that's the only way that could possibly happen. All right, my prop. I mentioned this last year. I like it even more this year because we're getting some plus money. Over 2.5 players to throw a pass in the Super Bowl, plus 140. I like it for two reasons. First off, creative coaches on both sides. Both of these teams could end up running a halfback, quarterback, wide receiver pass. Second reason, we've got 2 injured quarterbacks entering this Super Bowl. Mahomes has an ankle issue, Hurts has a shoulder issue, and you have competent backups behind them in Henne and Minshew. If either player gets hurt, they're not going to be scared to throw the ball. I like the idea of over 2.5 because I think you have 2 separate ways to cash it: a trick play or a quarterback injury, which both I think have a legit shot. So give me plus 140 on over 2.5 players to throw a pass. Magic, what's your prop here?
All right, so I think this is going to be a bit of a defensive game in terms of we talked on the Magic Mike show yesterday. We kind of like the under, sitting like 50.5 for total points scored. I think if the Eagles win, I think the dark horse to win the MVP is Hassan Reddick. I think it's because of like a huge defensive play he makes. Maybe he just is. The Chiefs can't stop him from coming in the backfield. You can get him at plus 150 to record a sack. On the flip side, Chris Jones, he's pretty damn good too for the Chiefs. Nobody's really talking about him. I think that he's pretty pissed off. He got one single vote in the MVP or the defensive line award the other night. Not happy about that. He's going to be motivated. He's plus 110 to get a sack. Roll them together, plus 250. Get a sack for Reddick, sack for Chris Jones, plus 250.
You know what the total sacks in the game is?
6.5?
5.5.
5.5. Damn it. I was close.
That seems kind of low, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the over on the 5.5 sacks. All right, Jared. One Super Bowl prop you already bet. What you got?
They're baiting you with that one, I feel like, with that sack one. That
seems low.
Yeah. By the way, to your point, Somich, like we've seen the Ring Around the Rosie play from them. They tried a freaking hook and ladder in the AFC Championship game. And to your point, Henne's throwing a pass in the playoffs. Yeah. Minshew's thrown passes or touchdowns. So, yeah, that's not a bad bet. Listen, I kind of went around with a bunch of different ones. My lock of the props that I think is just an automatic hit is the anytime TD score for Pacheco, plus 145. I don't see any way that he's not. I think this is the Pacheco game. I mean, obviously, I've been saying that all year. Use more Pacheco. He had a touchdown thrown off the board by a questionable holding call last game, but still, like they use him a lot. They've been using him more and more. So I like the idea of Pacheco. And if you want to like get a little bit dangerous here, how about teaming him up with Bart Scott anytime touchdown score? That guy's had 3 straight games. The other running back for the Eagles, and you're getting plus 1370 on those 2 anytime scores. So I think that's a nice one as well. I also think you could tease the spread to plus 2 for the Chiefs, or minus 2. I'm sorry, minus 2 for the Chiefs, and you cover that as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting alt spread game because it's so close. You can lay 3.5 with the Eagles and get a nice price. You can lay 2 with the Chiefs and get a nice price. You can kind of manipulate the spread how you want to there.
Yeah, not Boston, Bart.
Yeah,
or
I was
not
like, Bart Scott's a defensive player. I don't think he's going to be. I think he's probably a little higher.
Those odds are a lot higher.
Yeah, a little bit higher than that. All right, before we let you go, Jared, I got one of my favorite props for you here.
Okay.
All right. Everybody's favorite Mahomes brother, Jackson Mahomes.
Oh, God.
Over or under 1.5 TikTok videos from kickoff to final whistle. Over plus 135, under minus 180.
What's it? What? 1.5?
1.5 TikTok videos from kickoff to final whistle.
I'll say under. I think it's 1.
Oh, I'm going over. He's an
They've
attention
been
whore. How do you not put up more than 2?
He's been quiet all year, so I'm hoping.
Yeah, but Rihanna's going to be in concert.
Hey, dude,
that's the thing.
Good
keep
point,
it
Magic.
chill for at least until and then after the game, after the whistle, the odds go up, or it's like 4.5.
If they win, it's the total days TikToks is probably like 11.5. But I think Magic actually made a good point there. The halftime show is like lock one TikTok up, right? Because you got to have Rihanna on one, and then whether or not you do one in the middle of the game.
Okay. Didn't think about the halftime show. You have the hour halftime show with that's they're over. It's got to be over, dude. There might be like 4 TikToks in that halftime show from him. I mean, really.
All right, now the second question.
Okay.
Plus 110, yes. Minus 130, no. Does Papa Dude know what TikTok is? Papa
Dude knows.
Have you ever watched TikTok?
I know what TikTok is. The real bet would be, have I ever seen one?
No.
No.
I have.
Oh, we asked that.
Yeah. Have I ever watched an entire one? No.
No. Okay, there we go. All right.
They're like 8 seconds long. Like, how do you not watch 8 seconds worth?
I can make it for 6.
Papa Dude has a very short attention span. We've learned that on this show. Come on, guys.
Yes.
I don't have anything against it. I'm not that old, but I'm not one of these people that says they should be banned.
You have to remember, he taught school up until about 2 years ago, so he's going to know what.
I do know a lot of stuff because of that, and I know a lot of stuff I shouldn't know because I taught school. And also, when you teach driver's ed in the summer and you ride around with them for 2 hours, you learn an awful lot of stuff you don't want to know.
I bet.
And I'm thankful I don't have any kids coming up through school. I feel sorry for you guys that do.
That would be, everyone but Aaron who made the right decision. All right. Jared, thank you very much for joining us here for a little Super Bowl talk early. Are we going to have you tomorrow or Sunday? Or are you just going to be this a one-time only?
You might get me tomorrow, but Sunday is not happening. So
Sunday's out.
Yeah.
We will lead tomorrow off with more Super Bowl props that we like, so make sure you check that out. Jared, thank you very much for joining us.
Jared, good luck on Sunday.
Thank you. See you guys.
All right, let's jump into the games for the day now. We're going to kick it off in the NBA. We've got the Cavs -2 heading into New Orleans. The Pelicans catching 2 points there, 234.5. Aaron, we'll start with you because you love NBA so much.
Yes, thank you very much for kicking me off of the NBAs here. Look, I think the Pelicans get it done tonight. I went with the Pelicans in this spot. I think they're going to do it. I think they beat the Cavs tonight. We're at home. Give me the Pelicans.
Yeah, Pelicans 20-9 at home. The Cavs 12-16 on the road. I'll take the short home dog as well, +2. Magic, who you got?
You literally stole my one stat.
I know what stats you look at.
I know what it is too.
Why am I here? You're just going to say everything for me. Go ahead.
All right, so Magic takes the Pelicans. Papa Dude, clean sweep?
Yeah, I didn't need Magic for this one. I know the Cavs aren't very good on the road. So that one I didn't know, but I can't wait for his others. So I'm going to go the Pelicans are playing better, and the Cavs on the road, not very good. So I'm going the Pelicans +2.
All right, clean sweep there for the Pelicans. Let's head back out to LA. The Bucks, after whooping up, barely covering late in the game against the Lakers last night, taking on the Clippers, catching 2.5 tonight. Magic, since you don't want anyone to steal your stats, you can go ahead and kick us off.
I'm going to take the over on this one. By the way, I think did we have a clean sweep on the Bucks last night? Mike, I know you and I are big Bucks for the title supporters, so we were happy with that result. Anyways, the last 5 games when the Bucks play back-to-backs, the second game, the over is 5-0 in that spot. The Clippers can score. The Clippers are definitely they had the offense. Well, Kawhi Leonard's out, but I know that Paul George has been being Paul George in the regular season, so you can count on him. Giannis is going to keep pushing for that MVP award. I think the over 226.5 is a lock.
Aaron, you want to go next?
Clippers, big tonight. This was almost my best bet. Clippers, big.
Dr. Tang agreeing with you on the Clippers there. Papa Dude, who do you like?
Got to go with Dr. Tang. I picked the Clippers before Dr. Tang said that. I do want to say he has emphasized today his best ones. Are we going to do Sacramento? We're not, are we?
No, we're not going to throw that.
Okay, he's got
give him some love there.
Sacramento and the Clippers in a parlay tonight, and I like them both too. You think they might rest Giannis tonight? I mean, it's possible, but I think the line wouldn't be 2.5. I think it'd be more than that.
I would expect he plays. I mean, this is back-to-back in LA is probably the easiest possible back-to-back.
It's an easy
because
one.
you stay at a hotel that's literally 20 feet away from Staples Center.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. I would expect everyone to go here for the Bucks. Not so fast, everybody. Give me the Bucks plus the 2.5. I think they're the better team here. They get it done. The Clippers are wildly inconsistent. I don't want to lay points with these guys, even though they are at home in this spot. All right, one more basketball game. This one's here for Papa Dude. I know you love some Big East basketball. We've got Xavier, the only ranked team playing tonight, laying 7, heading into Butler, total sitting at 145.5. Papa Dude started out, but don't steal Magic stat.
Oh, I'm not, because I don't have stats. I just look at stuff. And this one's scary. I could see this is one of these Big East games where I don't need stats. This is one of these Big East games. I don't need analytics. I don't need that shit. But that's why I don't get half of these right. But by the way, before you bet against the Clippers tonight, you better beware of the Tang. That's all I got to say. You better beware of the Tang.
That's right.
When the Tang says go with the team, 80% of the time he's right. So I'm just saying, I've been keeping up with the guy.
He's better at betting sports than Andrew, apparently.
He's cheating somehow. I don't know how he does, but anyway. This is a scary game for Xavier. It's one of those where they should win. Butler's not very good, but it's in Butler. They play pretty well there. They're coming off a win the other night. That's a scary game. That line is 7. I think if I was going to bet, I'd take Xavier because they're better. Butler is not very good, but if they're not ready to play, they could get barn burner tonight that they don't want. So that's the only scary thing. I like Xavier at -7 if they're ready to play.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of contrast in style. Xavier can put the points up. Butler likes to play it a little slower. It feels like it's Butler and under, or Xavier and over. Magic, what are you thinking here?
Xavier Musketeers, we talk about in horse racing, like what does a horse do, if they win last out, or because the trainer keep them going, and if that's a good stat, we like to use those horses. The Musketeers from Xavier, their last 9 games following with straight up wins, 7-2 against the spread. Let's go Xavier.
Magic with the stats. Aaron, who you like?
How can I go against that? Xavier, big.
Xavier first half. I'm a little worried that the Butler makes a run here in the second half, but I think Xavier comes out, plays well. I will lay I think it's 3.5 with Butler or Xavier in the first half here. All right, let's head over to the ice. The Kraken taking on the Rangers. The Vladimir Tarasenko will play in this game, so we got to at least mention this one as the ex-Blue heads out to now the Blue for the Rangers instead. Aaron, I'll let you kick it off here. You can do a little Tarasenko side if you want to, or you can just pick the game.
No, forget about Tarasenko. He's done. He's dead to me. I will take the Rangers. No, I'm just kidding about that. I'll take the Rangers in this one. They're playing a little bit better here lately. I think getting him doesn't do a ton for them. I mean, we've seen him. He's not been the scorer that he used to be. But sometimes those veterans, they wake up when they get traded to a team that's going to go to the playoffs. So I'll take the Rangers tonight. I think they get it done. I think the Kraken will start to regress just a bit as we go down the stretch. This is something brand new for them for the first time in this playoff hunt. So give me the Rangers tonight.
Yeah, before we take Papa Dude's opinion, would you like to comment on this, Papa Dude? You're not the first person to say beware of the Tang. Apparently, Doc's wife has said that in the bedroom before. We'll just leave that one alone. We don't need to go too deep into that one, pun intended. All right, Papa Dude, who do you like here?
Oh, this is good. Wow. I wish I had a real good comeback for that, but that kind of threw me off. I think I'm looking forward to seeing Tarasenko in the most beautiful uniform in the NHL, and that's the Rangers home jersey. They probably won't wear their home jerseys tonight. I think they're gorgeous, and I think he is going to make a difference if he's got anything left. So I like the Rangers. I think the Kraken are starting to show a little bit of, like Aaron said, they may regress just a little because they're an amazing story, as well as they played. So I like the Rangers tonight at home. I don't know that Tarasenko will make any difference tonight, but I think he will down the stretch. They need somebody else that can score, and if he can find a little bit of the magic, I think that's going to help. So I like the Rangers tonight.
Magic?
Yeah, I like the Rangers as well. Tarasenko actually was trying to get the Blues to sign Panarin a long time ago when he was coming to the country. It didn't work out, and now they're reunited in New York with he's going to be on the line with Panarin and Zibanejad. Like, you really, unless you go to Edmonton and now you're playing with Connor McDavid, you're not getting much more of an upgrade than that. I think it's going to be a big boost for Tarasenko. Sorry for you guys, but I think Rangers win pretty big here.
I think it's actually a great fit for Tarasenko. Maybe he'll try again. He hasn't tried in a couple of years, so it'd be nice to see that effort out there.
He's got reason to care.
Yeah. I mean, he is literally the most depressing person to watch the All-Star game as a Blues fan because he does not give two shits about the All-Star game at all. Not even a little effort. Like his breakaway is just a joke. Might as well put me out there.
He hasn't cared for a while.
It's bad. Give me the Rangers minus a goal and a half here. You're getting plus 125, so I'll lay the goal and a half. My best bet actually comes from this game. We'll get to that one later. But before that, let's talk about a really shitty hockey game. The Coyotes, minus 110, taking on the Hawks, also minus 110. Total sitting at 6. Give me the over. Aaron?
Yeah, I'll take the over for sure. You stole my thunder, Somich. Why are you stealing everybody's thunder today? I'll take the over for this game. Both teams can score. Both teams don't have much goaltending. I'll also take the Coyotes. I think the Coyotes, if they were to like relocate and maybe have like more than 2 people that care about them, they're not awful. Like their roster isn't just the worst. If they could make a few deals, I don't think they're awful. I do think the Hawks are bad. They're in rebuilding mode. So give me the Coyotes tonight.
Yeah, the Hawks are just going to get worse at the trade deadline too. Kane probably on the move. They're talking about Taves as well. Be interesting to see what they do with that roster. Papa Dude, who do you like?
I like the over as well. I think 4-3, 5-4. You know, any of that. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I took the Hawks just because they're at home, but neither team's any good. I'm going to take the over.
Magic, give us a worthless stat.
These teams are worthless. Terrible. I would say, go away. Sorry. What's calling? She can call back later. The Coyotes are the worst team on the road in the entire league. How about that for a stat? So I will go ahead and take Chicago just because they're at home. 9 of their 15 wins this year have been on home ice.
Aaron, I'm with you. If I picked the team here, I would take the Coyotes. The over is the bet, but I do think the Coyotes are the better bet from a team perspective. All right, race of the day, Gulfstream Park, race number 8. 3 of the 4 windows you got it right yesterday. I went with a little bit of a price, like the one, but went with a little bit of price. Aaron, we'll kick it off with you here. Who do you like in the 8th at Gulfstream?
Well, let's stick with the ones. I'm going to go Gray's Fable on top here in the 8th at Gulfstream today. Just listen, it's a pretty easy play. It's major class relief. That is the big thing. The horse has been in graded stakes races, a grade 1 last time out. Now we're at an allowance at Gulfstream. You know, 3 back. This horse won a stakes at Ellis Park. It won ungraded stakes at Churchill Downs a little bit earlier in the year. I just think it's of 2022, I should say, but I just think this is a great spot for the horse. Coming back off a layoff, not quite worried about that. There is one worry, and it is a big worry, and that is the man on the back of Gray's Fable, Joel Rosario. But listen, I think this is the classiest horse in the race. I'm going with him.
I have him as my second pick. I'm worried he's going to be too far back. Magic, who do you like?
Boy, this was I'm with Aaron. I really wanted to pick the 1. I couldn't end up doing it. I'm going to go with Sky's Not Falling for Trombetta and Jaramillo. Nice win, 2 back, going a mile and 16th here on the turf. Got the win by a neck, moved up in class, cut back to a mile. Wasn't able to get the job done, but still I thought had a good effort. English B was making a big return there, which was nice to see. For the Grand Motion horse, right? Yeah. So, English B going to step right back up to Stakes Company. So a good horse to lose to. Not worried about the post too much. The horse seems like he's got tactical speed, so I'll take the 7.
Give me the 7 as well. I think that the pace here is going to be pretty hot up front, but Sky Not Falling should be able to sit right behind it and make a run. The couple horses that I would consider, and the one I think is definitely a player, Gray's Fable, I think it's just going to be a little bit too far back here for this Gulfstream turf course, which, again, playing towards speed. We saw that in the first race as well. Papa Dude, everyone wants to know who you got.
This is a tough one for me. Very tough. I got 4 horses here, 1, 3, 7, 6, in no particular order. Well, yes, they are. I'm worried about the 7 beating out our 1, Aaron. I am worried about the 7 and the 6. I'm banking on them kind of getting up front, maybe getting after it. The one that worries me the most, I'm taking the 1, but the one that worries me the most is the 3, hot-blooded. Might sneak in there. Second last time out, barely. What was the distance? 1.116. A mile today. That worries me. So I'm going to go with the 1. Look out for the 3. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think the 3's got a decent shot there at 5-1 as well. The 8 Creed a little bit interesting too if the pace starts to collapse. All right, jump into the best bets of the day here. I'll kick it off. Headed back to that Rangers game. I've talked about these first period unders quite a bit on this show. Give me the under Seattle New York Rangers 1.5 goals in the first period. Catching plus money on it today, plus 105. Shesterkin, phenomenal in the first period traditionally. I love this setup for the Rangers. The Kraken are coming in, traveling, going to be a little bit tired. Let's go under in that first period in that game. All right, Papa Dude, you're on a roll right now. Give us that best bet.
Was a good pick. A very good pick right there. I really like that. I wish I'd have found that one. Not much to bet tonight. College basketball's a little weak. Boy, that one last night.
They tried to get you in trouble. We didn't need overtime. We just wanted that thing to end.
No, man, I was sweating that out all the way. And then I didn't think it was going to go in overtime. I thought we had it. And then it went in overtime. It's the only way we were going to lose it. But they ended up winning. All right, tonight, I didn't want to stay up that late tonight. Mike, since you moved out there, you don't have to worry about it. It's not late anymore. But it was for me, 11:30 before I went to bed. I can't do that tonight because I wanted to take the Kings tonight, but I can't do it. I can't stay up that late. So I'm going to go with one that'll be over with by 8 o'clock our time. I sometimes hit these MAAC games, Mid-Atlantic Conference. Sometimes I don't. Niagara is against Quinnipiac tonight. I've picked Quinnipiac several times. I think they're going to go down tonight. Niagara is 1.5 underdog at home. They play very, very well at home. And I've seen Quinnipiac here recently. They're not playing as well. So I like them as dogs tonight at plus 105, and I'll get this bet over with. And that's where I'm going tonight.
All right. Taking Niagara there over Quinnipiac. Magic on a 2-race win streak. Who you got today?
Boy, try to keep it rolling here. I'm gonna go to Aqueduct. The finale, race 9. Our girl Linda Rice is got 2 in here, 1 and 1A. I really like the 1 Ria's Angel. They're both. I think they're both gonna run in here. So you get 2 for the price of 1. But really, this horse is at 1 turn miles on the dirt, 5 starts, 2 wins, both career wins, and then also 2 thirds, 2 back beats, $16,000, 9 winners, 2 lifetime, pretty handily over the course and distance. Tried straight state bred allowance company last out, big step up, went 1 mile and 1/8. None of that went right. Cutting back to a 1 turn mile should be fast dirt, so we don't have to worry about the slop in here. I think it sets up perfectly. Lascano's riding this one between the 2 Rice horses, so I'll take the 1 to win Aqueduct's finale.
And we'll close it out with Aaron here, also headed to the track, but Gulfstream Park instead of Aqueduct. Who you got?
Yeah, good pick. Magic, I like that one as well. Hopefully we get that one home. Like I said, you've been on a roll, and thankfully you have, because my horses haven't really tried the last 2 times. And it's one thing you miss. Yeah, one thing you miss, you run second, you run third, so they gave a good effort. Really just not firing. So we hope this time it doesn't happen. We're going to go Gulfstream Park, race 7. I'm going to go number 2, David's Rose, as the best bet today. I've got this horse singled and everything. You know, this filly has been close a couple of times over this surface and at this distance. Just hasn't been quite enough. But I think today we found the field that we can beat. This is not much as far as the rest of this field. It's not great. I think David's Rose is going to sit a nice stocking trip, stay over the ground from the inside. I think she comes out and gets the job done. So I'm going to go the number 2, David's Rose today as the best bet.
I considered playing an exact in this race as a best bet. I really like the 5, Sal Hope, who's coming out of the Mary Leiter barn in this race, Sol Hope, who ran 4th in a race David Rose ran 3rd last time. One of the best plays in horse racing is sometimes to just bet a race back with the exact same finish you just saw. If you think David Rose is the best horse and Sol Hope was only a length back first off the layoff, now you're getting second off the layoff, that exacta will probably pay somewhere in the 7-8 to 1 range and could easily come home. Did you have the 5 at all on your board, Aaron?
I have the 5 second. So yeah, that could just be what you do right there. And maybe, you know what, and just in case the horse goes below 4 to 5, I'm not projecting that, but just in case, make it the 2-5 exacta as the backup bet if we don't get that price we want. Because I'm with you. I've got the 5 in the second. Second spot. I think the horse is gonna, second off the layup is gonna run really well. I see Dennis likes the 1 in this race. I've got the 1/3. So if you want to go straight try 2-5-1, you could do that as well. So I think we all kind of see this race similar as far as the horses that we think have a shot.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes you overcomplicate horse racing. Sometimes it's simple as what they do last race, and those 2 horses run right back to it. All right. Thank you very much for joining us here on Dudes Who Bet Daily Friday edition. Got some Super Bowl props to kick it off. Went through a ton of games. We'll be back tomorrow. More Super Bowl props to start out the show. We'll run through all the games on Saturday as well. And then, of course, join us on Sunday for a lot of Super Bowl talk to kick that puppy off. Let's go over the best bets before we sign off here. Aaron, going to Gulfstream Park, race number 7. The number 2 horse, 9-5 on the morning line. Papa Dude taking Niagara plus 1.5. I'm going to go with Seattle and the Rangers under in the first period, 1.5 goals plus 105. Magic headed to Aqueduct, taking the number 1 horse in the 9th race, 9-5 on the morning line. 3-5 for the week, up $132 on the year. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Good luck with all your plays today.